school. Today is Friday, June 5th.
And here are your morning announcements. The Park Ridge Gay Straight Alliance Club is putting together a video for Pride Month. This video will be a montage of various staff and students following a script or holding signs. If you would like to participate, please make a video or hold a sign that says, "Be proud, be you, or love." Gay Straight Alliance Club is also hosting meetings every Thursday at 12:30 on Schoology Group. All are welcome. For more information, please view Mrs. Saxon's Schoology posts.
As the school year winds down, it's time to start saying goodbye to Season 6 of Owlwitness News. This being one of our last episodes, we figured we'd show you some stuff we ran out of time for. So here's segments we never got to.
Rumacubing with Ruth. Your move.
We now bring you a minute with
Madden. Welcome to A Minute with Madden. So the original version of this season 1 was done with Mike, and he would read out a fact and stuff, so I figured I'd try that out. Did you know that the 100 folds in a chef's hat represents the 100 ways to cook an egg?
Wow.
That's all for my segment today, guys. Have a good one.
Alright guys, today we're going on a nature walk. Let's go. Alright, now we're going to be testing the stream to see what it's made of. The classic finger test. As you can see, this stream is made of stream. Alright, be very quiet. We have just spotted a very rare specimen. Come on, see if we can get a closer look. Now look at this bad boy right here. Now, back in ancient times, the pilgrims would ride these babies for miles and just miles. It's an old method of transportation that was just really effective. Let's see what else we can find. Okay, I've been lost in this forest for like 2 or 3 days, no food or water, but I got a sick shelter. Look at this cave. It's my cave. Yeah, but please send help. I'm gonna die here. Goodbye.
Welcome to cloud gazing, Jimmy. That cloud right there, that reminds me of my pet mermaid. That cloud looks like a pancake. I'm gonna name it Pancake. My favorite cloud looks like one of my best friends. That one there, I like to call it Michael Thomas. I can't see.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kyle Digs a Hole. In this week's episode, we're gonna dig an even deeper hole. I got a new shovel here. Can we get 500 likes? I'll dig 3 meters deeper.
Watching grass grow with grace. Ruth on the road, on an actual road.
And now onto Kyle's Couch, where he interviews the legend himself from Season 1, the weatherman, Greg Perez.
Hi, I'm Kyle Halton, and this is Kyle's Couch. And by now, you know that I feature extraordinary owls. Today's extraordinary owl is 2015 graduate Greg Perez, who provided creative and chaotic weather segments for the first year of Eyewitness News.
Live outside our studio in the freezing cold.
We have Greg Perez. So, Greg, tell us how the weather's doing right now.
Storm!
Greg, tell us more.
Nor'easter!
Interesting.
My fingers are icicles!
Greg, what else?
My nose is nippy!
Oh, thanks, Greg.
I want to go home!
Amazingly, Greg is now a real news broadcaster and meteorologist, and he has turned his role as Greg the weatherman into a career.
29 degrees by Thursday at around 5 p.m. and 27 degrees in Helena, and then it drops down just a little bit on Thursday night, but we are trending towards normal.
Hi guys, welcome back to Kyle's Couch. Today I'm here with Greg Perez, and I'm going to be interviewing him about his experiences as a weatherman. Greg, glad to have you.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Okay, so what made you become a weatherman?
So it's kind of a long story. So in 5th grade, we had this segment with Mrs. Claire. I don't know if you had Mrs. Claire when you were in elementary school, but I had her as my 5th grade teacher. And we would have this segment every single morning. And we would, as students, go in, and she would have this little weather center set up. And we would talk about the barometric pressure, the types of clouds, high temperatures and low temperatures that we'd expect for the day. And quite frankly, I was just hooked from the start.
Great. Now, since you're already a weatherman, you've gotten some experience on TV doing stuff like that. Can you describe for people who may not know, like, what is the daily life of a weatherman? Like, what do you do?
So first of all, being on TV isn't as glamorous as it seems. It seems very, very glamorous, and the aura of it is always very appealing. But 90% of my work is done off screen. So I'm forecasting. As soon as I get into the office, I start forecasting high temperatures and low temperatures for the first 7 days. And then we get into precipitation, and I go through the different layers of the atmosphere, because when you're talking about an atmosphere, it's kind of like a cake. But that's just one aspect of it, because we're also talking about the presentation aspect of being on air as well. So I have to produce all of my own shows with a software called Baron Technologies. And that's kind of how you're able to see the Doppler radar behind me on the green screen. That's how you're able to see the weather headlines, future casts, high temperatures, low temperatures, current temperatures.
How do you think your experience in Eyewitness News helped you to become a weatherman and sort of use those same skills?
So it definitely helped in a way that I was able to understand that I was comfortable on screen. Patrick and Alec, those were the guys, and even Mike, I think, those were really the guys that were the brains of the organization. I was more of just the weatherman that kind of tagged along and just did the funny stuff. They were the ones that were really producing and editing and doing all of that.
What is like the craziest weather story you had to report on so far? Was there anything like you got in one day, you're like, uh-oh, I'm reading the layers of the cake, something's not right.
I'm reading the layers, that's awesome.
Just reading the layers.
And you're just like, oh no, this is bad. This is real bad. I was just like, so I was waiting for this storm to happen, because I knew it was going to happen at some point. It was going to happen, but I was waiting for this storm to happen, and all of a sudden, it just hit. We get reports from Broadus that they were getting softball-sized hail. And yeah, damaging cars, properties, all that stuff. But at the same time, it was so quick. It was in and out of their area and completely dissipated within 30 to 35 seconds. So that was probably one of the hardest things for me to actually forecast.
So Greg, what was it like the first time you went on air, like the first broadcast?
Oh man, it was rough. It was really, really rough. And I think I still have my first broadcast somewhere. It's downloaded on my computer somewhere. I have to find it. But it was definitely very, very nerve-wracking. When you're actually doing it, it's completely different from being pre-recorded, because it's live. You mess up, and that's kind of the way it is.
So during your whole year as a part of Eyewitness News, if you had to pick one memory, what would be your favorite part?
I did like working with Patrick, Alec, and Mazer, and that was a lot of fun. But I think that my favorite memory was actually seeing the excitement every Friday when we were able to put out that segment, and just giving something for the students and teachers to enjoy and laugh about. And I think that was very, very important in high school. And it's more important now than ever, but I think it was something that we were able to establish and kind of get the ball rolling on.
All right, Greg, thank you so much for that interview. It's great to get a little insight on what your work is and sort of what you do. Even though I don't have my couch, I'm going to have to say, you're going to have to get off my video chat.
Like now?
Sorry.
Like right now?
Like,
I got to go?
Like now. Yeah.
All right, man.
I'm sorry. It's a custom.
I guess it's customary. I know. Thanks for having me, man. I'll get off your couch and your Zoom call. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Kyle and Greg. And that's all for today, Parkridge.
Have a great weekend. Peace.
Peace.